Hello, my name is James Linderman. I'm here in my music lesson studio in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. And this week in lessons, we're looking at preparing extra material for piano students that are late beginners to early intermediates. We have a composition titled 0303-2025. It's titled by the date it was composed. And I have a lot of students in this skill level that are really interested in film music. And so ultimately, this is sort of like a little study or a little etude in a very contemporary filmic kind of style. It has a repeating motif or repeating pattern that's in each bar, and it could be played two different ways. It could be played static, in which case you would take the pattern as it appears in the first bar and just play every bar with just that pattern. Or it can be played what we would consider to be adaptive. And adaptive is how it's written, with the bottom note of the motif changing from one note to another, adapting to the bass note that's being played in the left hand. So static, it would sound like this. Same note in the bottom of that pattern each time. And adaptive, changing back and forth between those two, dependent on what bass note is underneath it. In the left hand, it's playing octaves, so it's starting off with there. And for students struggling playing octaves or reaching the octaves, it can be played with a single note in the bottom as well. It's in 3/4 time, and it's in the key of G, Fs are being sharped. Students who take lessons here get a chart of that and lots of support, and this video as well. Later in the video, I'll be flipping the camera over to the keys and playing it with just the right hand, just the left hand, and then hands together. If you don't take lessons here and you're watching this video, you can get all kinds of information from me about lessons by emailing me at jameslinderman@rogers.com. That's JAMESLINDERMAN @rogers.com. Enjoy. Okay, so now let's take a look at this at the piano. If we're playing the right hand as a static motif, it would just be B, D, F sharp G, F sharp D, over and over again for the 8 bars, 16 bars for the repeat. I'm going to demonstrate it adaptive, so I'm going to play it as it's written. Single count in, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. If you play the left hand as single notes, you'd play the bottom of each of these octaves. So that would be this E down here, F sharp, G, C, and up to D. I'm going to demonstrate it as octaves. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and there it is, hands separate. And here it is, hands together as it appears on the page. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and then that theme would repeat. Enjoy.